Is it the chosen one? He will avenge us.
What's up, everybody? Hello. It's finally time for Ahsoka. It is finally time for Ahsoka. We've been talking about this show for a long time, and I'll be honest with you, I have absolutely had my reservations. I've been worried about this show. I think a lot of people have been worried about this show. There's a lot of cause for concern about this show essentially replacing Timothy Zahn's Heir to the Empire trilogy, which they have absolutely hinted that they're going to do, both in the things that Ahsoka has said, and then obviously the introduction of Thrawn with no introduction of Luke or Han or Leia or Lando or anybody that was really in that series, including Joris Sabayoth. So there are some concerns about the show, but tonight we're going to sit down, we're going to watch the whole thing front to back, and we're just going to talk about it. I did drop a link in rare form before we do this watch party. I'm gonna have everybody, if you want to pop in and just talk about this, talk about some wants, some expectations, some hopes, maybe some things you don't want to see in the show. We can go over all that and we'll just we'll hash it out. And no, King's Advisors, it's not too late to pop in. It's never too late to pop in. The link is in the chat right now. And I want to say a big what's up to Ted's Nerd World, who sent a super sticker for $9.99. I was going to say $9.99. 99 cents. That's what I meant to say. Ted, thank you so much. I appreciate you, brother. I hope everybody is doing well tonight. This is going to be a long night. I mean, we got a lot of ground to cover. It's going to be here. Let's hold on. Let's look at what the run times for these things. Does it say? It doesn't say. So you've got 2 episodes. I don't know what the run times are. If I had to imagine, they're going to be somewhere in the 40-minute mark. Let's see if it says it online here. Look at run time. 54 minutes and 21 seconds for Master and Apprentice, which I think just from that little tidbit from the title, Master and Apprentice, I think this is going to be the one where we get the Anakin and Ahsoka training thing. Maybe a flashback to the Clone Wars, maybe. Hopefully they pull out some big guns and actually make me feel something. We'll see. Episode 2 is Toil and Trouble. That's 42 minutes and 15 seconds. So we've got potential for a fairly decent amount of Star Wars tonight. What's up, John? Or if you want to call it Star Wars.
What's going on?
Hey, buddy.
How are you?
You know what? I love your new setup, by the way. I know I haven't said it, but I mean, just it's crazy looking. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, thank you, sir.
We have matching exploded ships too.
So what do you think? Anxious, excited? What do you got?
You know what's weird? I don't really have much going on. And that's not me calling myself stupid. I don't have much going on up here or in here just because I really don't trust the show.
Oh, I haven't felt this way since The Force Awakens, and I haven't felt this way since.
Whoa, really? You're that excited about it, huh?
I really am. I've done the whole Clone Wars. I don't know how many times I watched Clone Wars. My son Luke likes Rebels more than Clone Wars, and yeah, I might agree with them on that. I don't know.
Well, I think there were 2 different things, right? So, I mean, Rebels was a lot more of a singular narrative,
a thread, yep,
story-driven show, as opposed to a serial like George, probably would have done, which we get in the Clone Wars. But yeah, I mean, there's potential to do a lot of stuff that could bring back some happy memories for people. When it comes to Rebels and when it comes to Clone Wars, she's the big tie to the prequels, right? Whereas the sequel trilogy was the big tie to the original trilogy, which was a massive flop. But they could tug on some heartstrings. And look, as cynical as I am, they have the possibility to do that. What the conversation I want to avoid essentially at this point is that like this show could fix Star Wars and it could fix the fan base. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. I just don't.
So my only concern for tonight, and this is actually the only concern, does Disney or Disney Plus crash at 8 o'clock?
I doubt it.
I hope not. That is my only concern.
But I've heard a lot of people that were like, I'm not watching, any of the other shows, and then they're like, but I'm gonna watch Ahsoka. So they'll probably see good numbers. If I had to guess, they'll probably see a lot better numbers than they did for, Well,
do you remember when Mandalorian came out, and that was at 2 o'clock my time in the morning, and they had issues with that. But then again, it was brand new. It was the first launch and all that.
Yeah, I think they beat Mando season 3 numbers.
Because has Disney Plus launched a set time program at all yet?
A set time program? Oh, you mean as opposed to like a midnight release?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not that I know of. Not for new stuff, anyway.
That's my only concern is everybody jumping out, which I hope everybody does, but that's my only concern if it crashes and everybody's going to be like,
yeah,
on Disney again.
And this is a big draw. It'll be watched because it has lightsabers and pew-pews, basic Star Wars. Yeah, so this is something that I had said in your stream earlier. I think that this is going to be very much a Disney Star Wars project, and we all know the hallmarks of a Disney Star Wars project or any Disney project, but it's going to have a veneer of Star Wars that will keep it afloat enough that it remains relevant in the conversation.
So, but Rebels was a Disney project.
Yeah.
So
was Rogue One.
I have hope in that. Yeah.
And Clone Wars season, was that 6 or 7?
Oh my gosh, 7.
7.
I could not tell you how many times I've watched that. The last 4 episodes.
Season 7 was great, man. It was great. Do you think we're going to see Rex?
Yeah, I do want to see Rex. I want it so bad. And I want Rex to be side by side with Ahsoka. Ever since they came back together in Rebels, and then when she comes back, they reunite. I want them as a duo. I really want that.
He says shill on shill crime. Hey, look at hey, what's up, Dan? How's it going, man?
Yeah.
Can't hear you.
Kind of excited.
Bring that mic in like 4 feet closer. I'm having a tough time hearing you. Closer.
Yeah, and I'm old and half deaf, so.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There it is. We got you.
Yep.
We got you. Oh, you're good, man. What's going on?
Not much, man. I'm kind of like I've been waiting for this a little bit. I'm curious to see what Filoni delivers, because it looks intriguing, but like with most Disney Plus stuff, the trailers are pretty sweet, and then
you watch it.
Yeah.
Dan, where's your faith on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm probably riding about a 7, maybe an 8.
Nice.
I'm hoping.
Yep.
I mean, I watched all Rebels. I really Rebels started off, as a lot of people say, like, oh, it's like a kid's show, but like as it went on, it got really deep into lore, and like a lot of the stuff they packed in there. They brought Thrawn in, so. A
lot of people were pissed about the Thrawn that they did in Rebels too, though.
Yeah,
I wasn't super mad about it.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
They portrayed him incorrectly in the fact that they made him a villain, and he's just really not a villain.
He's just a general.
It depends on who you're looking at when you're having the conversation, but if you know Thrawn, then you know he's not a villain.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Zahn books, which is where I know him from originally, the Timothy Zahn stuff. So I'm kind of excited. I love Ray Stevenson.
Yeah.
And I was super bummed when I heard he passed. I was just like, oh man, like hopefully they do everything they could do with his character in this, and it's not a situation where somebody would have to pick up afterwards. But
yeah, it's gonna be rough too. Cause it was so funny. I was rewatching RRR today, that Indian film.
Oh,
I don't know if anybody saw it on Netflix. Watch it, dude. Watch it.
Really?
It's incredible. Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of sucks because if you do English audio and then you do English subtitles, which I do because my ears just suck.
Right.
the audio and the subtitles don't match, and
Oh,
so
man.
it's a little confusing when you're trying to do it. So if you can listen to it, do the audio. But
Okay.
yeah, Ray Stevenson was in it. He was like a British colonial general. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna get to see you tonight.
Yeah, he was so good, man.
we'll
I
see.
loved him in pretty much anything he was in. He was like one of those actors, like if he was in it, like whatever
He did
was
it.
in was gonna be great.
Yeah, he just landed it. He landed it. Yeah. So I'm excited for him. I feel like there's some gravitas with him. Rosario Dawson, I like her as Ahsoka. I do. I
Yeah.
like her as adult Ahsoka. I think she
Yeah.
emulates her well in some moments and sometimes not so much in other moments. But I mean, this is going to be the big thing for me with Ahsoka is that like she's proficient as shit
Mhm.
when she fights, right? And
Yeah.
obviously she fought Maul, for the love of God, the guy who killed
Yeah.
Qui-Gon Jinn. So she's good. When we saw her in Mando and she was fighting the what is her name? She's back in the magic.
Yeah, I can't remember that character's name, but yeah, when they were in that Japanese garden thing and they were going toe to toe.
Yeah, and they were fighting, and it
They had
was
the
Morgan
staff,
Elsbeth.
right?
Morgan
You
Elsbeth.
have that Mandalorian like steel
She
staff.
had a
thing.
Beskar. Yeah, she had a
Yeah,
Beskar
sure,
staff,
Beskar.
and she was fighting Morgan Elsbeth, and it just felt slow,
Yes.
clunky. Like it was like, dude, she should have had that chick's head off in like half a second.
Yeah.
But she
Easily.
wanted,
She's like,
but
zip,
she
zip,
wanted
whack.
something from her.
Yeah.
She needed
that was
something.
it. Honestly,
Well,
that was the
regardless,
only
she would've
problem I
beat her.
had with that episode was, and I'm glad you said that because I was feeling that, but I was like, maybe I'm just too picky. But I felt it was kind of like one of those things where it's like, okay, we're gonna go, and then you're gonna go, like it was like,
Yeah,
it was very like planned feeling. It didn't feel fluid. Like, I mean, the Duel of the Fates, Obi-Wan, Darth Maul fight. I mean, not everything can be that, I guess, but like
it should be.
It
If
should
you're doing
be,
Star
that's
Wars,
right.
it should be.
especially
And
when
like,
you're supposed to be at that level, like she's supposed to be at this point. And
yeah, and I look back at all the lightsaber play that Disney's done, and like the only thing that they did right, really, in my opinion, was in animated when it was Ahsoka versus Maul, and they brought Ray Stevenson
yeah.
back, and they did the mocap for their fight. I was like, fuck yeah. And
That
it was so weird because it was so separate from all of the other fights they'd done in animation, because usually it was like really weird, sloopy, kind of jerky actions in the lightsaber fights, but when they did the mocap, it felt good. It felt good. Bro, be kind. Rewind.
No, here, I'm sitting on a very high chair.
I know, you should watch him jump off it.
I'm like, my Razor Crest is in the other room. I feel
chair.
like I should have had my Razor Crest here.
Yeah, you could have matched.
The only
I
thing,
was so
I
mad
have,
when I bought that thing.
I have the speeder bikes over here. I've got Luke and Leia and the Biker Scout up here. But
Did you get the ghost?
I've not gotten the Ghost. I'm like,
I'm not buying it.
because
What?
I'm not buying
Like,
it.
not to be a crazy weird downer, but I'll just say like right now financially I'm kind of bound up because I'm currently going through
A lot of money. Yeah, it's
I'm
a lot of
going
money.
through chemotherapy. So
Oh wow!
yeah,
Oh,
doing a
wow.
little bit
Damn, son.
about cancer. So we're trying to be frugal,
It
Man,
sucks. Just so you know, it sucks.
but
Yeah.
we're looking good. So
Good.
it's not anything to be sad about.
Great.
hell yeah. Good. Well,
So-
keep the fight up, dude.
So as far as Ahsoka, because Dave Filoni's had his hand on Ahsoka from the very start.
He's had his
Yeah.
hand in us.
Literally.
Oh, I would like. Never mind. But when Clone Wars the movie came out, I'm like, oh, why? Just why? Why? Why would you do this? But then he progressed her so far,
Yeah,
and now she's an adult. So I'm anxious to see what. Nice. But I'm anxious to see how far he can take her, even beyond when we last saw her in Rebels.
well, I don't know about you guys, but those last 4 episodes of Clone Wars they gave us at
Oh.
the end, holy cow, man! I was like, I'm slightly hoping we at least get something on that level of adventure.
Well, we're not going to
and
get it.
action.
We're not going to get it tonight. We know that.
Well,
Well, okay, that's not true. So the only thing I'm pulling for that could, it's so hard to explain how I feel about the show. I hope that they bring some Clone Wars and Rebel elements into the show that will like at least tug at my heartstrings a little bit. But the bottom line is like the show, it's such a weird place as a Star Wars fan. Like, it doesn't fix anything. You haven't fixed anything. That's the overarching feeling, but at the same time, like I still want those moments. Like I want Anakin and Ahsoka in a point after Clone Wars. I want to hear Ahsoka talk to Luke in a place,
dude,
long before the sequels happen. You know, like
take what you can get. Take what you can get.
Now, what a shitty thing to say as a Star Wars. Doesn't that suck?
Take what you can get. Hopefully, it's good and embrace it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know, man. I hope they bring Luke back in some sort of fashion, like either in the movie or on the back end of this. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
just those couple episodes were great.
I was feeling, and this is something I said in John Graber's stream. I was like, look, if you're gonna do Ahsoka and you're gonna be in the same timeline as Timothy Zahn's, like, you have to fucking at least acknowledge it. Again, it's not gonna fix anything, but at least acknowledge the fact that this stuff is happening. Because if you just 1-for-1 re-swap Luke for Ahsoka and retell Heir to the Empire and just completely get rid of that story and plagiarize the shit out of it, I'm gonna lose a gasket, dude.
Do you think they can parallel it though? Like these things are going on here, Ahsoka's going on here.
Yeah, and they said Timothy Zahn? He's involved in some form, right? Like
so at first it was no, and then it was yes. So
it's yes now.
Consult him, and then yes, they said that now he's consulting.
Okay, cool.
Is it? I don't know. I don't know.
I hope it's cool. I've heard some spoilers already from like I listened to Film Threat, and I'm kind of like, we're just gonna enjoy it like for ourselves and then see what happens.
That's the problem. Everybody is pushing a mindset going into this where it's like, just accept the loss and enjoy it. And it's like, I kind of don't want to.
If it's good, yeah.
If it's good, I'll give it a break. I mean, the only thing I could say for me that was kind of had me kind of going is that it is Sabine, Ahsoka, and then Hera, and it's like no Ezra, and I know they're kind of maybe saving him or whatever they're doing with him is who knows.
Yeah,
but it would be nice to have a Han Solo guy or some sort of
rogue male character. Good luck.
Like a
great,
cool man.
yeah. Good luck.
He doesn't even necessarily have to be like the badass of the group.
You could do Zeb.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like Zeb a lot.
They showed him in Mandalorian.
I think they rendered him beautifully in Mandalorian.
I'll be honest with you, I was shocked when I saw Zeb. I was like, holy shit, they did an alien right.
Yeah.
Wow. John, you asked on your stream if you thought cameos we might see. Does anyone think we'll see Zeb?
A lot of people after you left, a lot of people said Zeb.
Yeah, I said
Zeb.
I hope Zeb shows up in some form.
I mean, there's no way they put. I mean, that was tens, if not hundreds of thousands worth of dollars. There's no way they do that for 7 seconds. Of Mando.
I'm just gonna grab this from Darth Bayou. If this flops, is Star Wars dead? George Lucas's Star Wars died at the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
Bottom line, it did, and there's nothing you can say that's gonna make me like feel differently about that. They ruined Luke. They ruined Leia. They killed Han. It was they killed George Lucas's Star Wars. Having said that, is there something Disney can do that could try to drudge up some of the same feelings? It's possible. Maybe. Maybe. But I'll tell you right now, they haven't done a good job of trying to do that. They're not interested in telling George Lucas Star Wars. They've done a poor job of trying to, after they got caught and they were like, oh crap, we can't do what we want to do. They've done a poor job of trying to emulate George's Star Wars. So yeah, it's not a great spot, man.
What they need to do, and what they need to do is they need to move past this, 70-year period that they seem entrenched in staying in.
Are you taking a shit right now, Caleb, or are you just on the wrong mic?
Am I on the wrong mic?
Yeah.
Does he need to get closer to the mic? Like,
Yeah, that thing was really close to me.
I think he's on the wrong mic.
All right, so
I
when
am.
Caleb fixes that, what
There we go. Is that better?
I'll go back to
Hey,
season
it's
7
better.
Clone Wars.
Woo!
So I don't know why Disney seems intent on staying in this 65-year period. Of everything that they've announced in the last 4 years, the most exciting thing that I thought, or the thing that I was the most excited about, was the Mangold movie about the Jedi, because we were finally going to move away from the Skywalker. Not necessarily because I hate Skywalkers. Obviously, I don't. I love Star Wars. Well, I loved Star Wars. But because, look, we've got the story. We know we have the story of Luke Skywalker. It ends when his father throws Sidious over the edge and they burn Darth Vader. That's it. That's the end of the story.
Hot take really quick, Caleb. I'm sorry. We have the story of Anakin Skywalker, which is completed in episode 6.
Did you say 7?
6.
6. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Anakin is the lead of the.
Okay. I was going to say.
It's his story. I'm sorry. People are going to be really mad at me on that one, but it's the story of Anakin.
George Lucas said that.
No, I get why you say that now, especially because you're a prequel guy. I am also a prequel guy. But having seen the originals first, it's always going to be the story of Luke for me. But I do totally see how it's the story of Anakin.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's both in my opinion. Like Luke Skywalker is Star Wars, but it's Anakin Star Wars, Anakin's story.
It's time
and
to
then
move away
and then after, remember, it's Luke's story moving on from that too.
Mm-hmm.
Which they ran
go to
into
the heir of the
ground.
empire and stuff like that.
Which is what they should have done.
Yeah.
But it's time to move away. There are 10,000 years of Star Wars history prior to the Battle of Yavin.
And good shit too. Great shit.
Yeah, it's not like here's 20 years of like 3 books and all the way at the beginning of the Jedi, and then you have to fast forward 3,000 years to get another 2 books. It's not like that. It's 10,000 years worth of like 130 books.
Yeah,
there's a lot of shit you could do.
Some Darth Revan.
That's not even counting just going to the freaking encyclopedias that say, I don't think there's a book that talks about X1 and X2, the Force sensitive clones. The encyclopedias do. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see a Visions thing that took on the 2 Force sensitive clones that fought on wherever the planet that the Viceroy is from.
Oh, you're talking about oh my god.
I think it starts with an A.
This is gonna kill me. Hold on. Don't say it. Don't say it. Oh god, it was in Master and Apprentice too. Like right at the beginning, they were like running under the. Cato Nemoidia.
Yes.
That took way too long. This is how out of touch I've been. I'm like, Nemoidians.
Well, I have to say your Star Wars knowledge is way deeper than mine because I wouldn't remember that.
Yeah, so there's just and you're so right, Kate. Like there is so much that can be done, and like Revan's badass, but like even that is a technically small portion of one period of everything that was going on. And then beyond that, and this is where they missed the mark with the High Republic. They they created this whole thing that didn't need to exist when they already had a rich universe to deal with. Same thing that happened with the sequels. They created this new thing when they already had a rich universe that they could play in. And it was proven, people loved it, and still they decided you know what? I think we need somebody else. We need a new character, and she's gonna be fucking thick. She's gonna beat Luke Skywalker. That's how fucking thick she's gonna be.
Sick or thick?
Not thick. I would take it a little. I'd take a little thicker Ray. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I would even love to see some Dr. Aphra stuff because I was reading the comics for that and I kind of enjoyed that with the.
I have a problem with Aphra too.
Are you talking about the character that does literally everything?
Yeah.
And you know what she is? She's the Star Wars version of Clara Oswald from Doctor Who. She's just everywhere all at once and saves the galaxy without anyone knowing.
Yeah.
And is involved in everything. That's all she is.
That's what it is.
All right, I'm gonna dip out. I'm going downstairs.
Let's
Are you
all
running
go to our.
afterwards?
I am. So once the
Right.
episodes are over, I'm gonna open it back up and we can bring everybody in and talk about what we've seen.
Excellent. I'm so
All right, cool.
I can't tell you how excited I am. So I'll see y'all later. Thank you very much.
All right, buddy.
Yep.
See you in an hour. What, hour and a half? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's gonna be right around there.
All right. We'll see
Somewhere
you
right
guys.
around there.
Thank you.
Later.
Nice meeting you.
Hey,
Absolutely.
good to see you, Dan.
You, Dan.
You're gonna
Good
kick
luck
me
with
out,
the
right?
treatments and that.
Yeah, don't be afraid to pop back in whenever, man.
All right. Let me. How do I do this? Oh, you gotta get me out of there, huh?
All right. Caleb,
Yeah, I'll pop out. Where's
I'm
the
scared.
button? There it is.
no, I'm not. I wasn't telling her to leave. I was gonna have like a short conversation before before we headed out. Yeah, this one's gonna be tough, dude. This one's gonna be rough. It's gonna be tough. If I'm being perfectly honest with you guys, actually thinking about this, I'm excited to watch the show. I'm not excited for the possibility of it doing damage. And I think that's just like old wounds resurface. Oh, here he is. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't telling you to leave. I was like,
Yeah,
we got a couple more minutes. Let's like finish this out with a quick conversation and then we'll go because it's still not up for me. I don't know.
Yeah,
if it's up for you.
shockingly.
Usually they drop it like three or 4 minutes early, but
Yeah, all of Mando dropped at 10 minutes till.
yeah. Watch him be late.
Oh, it's definitely good. It's gonna be something. Or they forgot to change the code and it's actually gonna drop at 3.
Oh, dude, I'd fucking blow.
That'd be
gasket.
such a Disney thing to do.
Yeah, like no way I didn't frickin' pop on to do all that. Hey, look at who's in the chat. Andy P. Don't think, be a sheep. That's how a lot of people are feeling. Did you look at the articles about like what people are saying about the show so far?
Like spoiler type stuff, nothing. I don't know.
No spoilers. I just looked at headlines about what people were saying, and
it's
it's mixed again. But I'm surprised at how negative the media is being.
well, I think the media has to be negative because they have to be on the sides of the studios, and they if they can trash the writers and the actors, that will help the studios in 3 or 4 weeks when they come back to the table.
Right. I think we're in for a fucking show. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. I think we're in for a show. I don't think it's going to be what people think it's going to be. I think it's going to be amazing on the surface. I keep trying to say this. Like, it's a thin veneer of awesome under just covering up ass. I could be totally mistaken. I hope I'm completely mistaken, but I think it's a thin veneer of awesome over what Disney does.
So this is the thing. How much? Let's make them nice round numbers. Let's say Clone Wars is 100 episodes, and Rebels is 50. Of that 100 and that 50, how much were you like, oh yes, this is awesome?
Shit, I would have to go through like every episode in my head and knock one off of the other.
So Clone Wars for me was probably about 75%.
I was gonna say 70. A lot of there was some stuff I really wasn't into. I was never really into like some of the small kid episodes or the droid episodes and stuff like that. Rebels was pretty solid throughout. I would say that was like a 80, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So there's only like 3 or 4 episodes I can really think that I would just go, nope, not watching that one. I still think one of the coolest scenes.
Oh, we're up.
Rebels. All right,
Time to go.
Yep.
Okay. All right, kids. Time to cut the music. Oh, shit. Here we go again. All right, I'm going to pull up the episode. If anybody is watching with me, I'm just going to mark when I click play. Feel free to mute me or do whatever you want to do, but I'm going to be clicking play in... I guess I should give you a couple seconds if you want a couple seconds. Oh, God, why are we doing this? All right, starting the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go, kids. I still get a shit-eating grin anytime I see Star Wars. Oh, can't help myself. They're doing a scroll. They're doing a scroll. Why wouldn't you just do a traditional scroll, is my question. I'm going to tell you this much. The first couple seconds feel very Star Warsy. Home one. Well, the trailer already let us know exactly what's going to happen here. Oh, that Mon Calamari is awful. Yeah, I don't like these rebel outfits. Oh, he sounds like Qui-Gon. Kind of a rip-off Vader hallway scene, but it's okay. Ah, there's Morgan. X-Wing is staring into my soul. I'm not gonna. That was a decent intro. It was a decent intro. Not gonna lie. I'm not mad at anything really, except for those stupid New Republic outfits. I hate those things. Don't judge me. Leave me alone. We've gotten like 90% of the trailer out of the way at this point. Did they lengthen her Leku a little bit, or do they just not look as shitty this time? Or a little bit of both. I think so. I like an Indiana Jones vibe going on here. Is she opening the world between worlds like right now? Is that the brother and the sister, and then this is going to be a bearded father? He's not bearded. Oh, it's one of the elements from the Fifth Element. Spit on it. Breathe on it. Light a match. There's one thing I'll tell you right now is that the music that they're doing, at least at this moment, feels a lot more Star Wars. You got the strings, the suspense. It's like a more of a John Williams feel. Little HK unit. Oh, it's Kylo Ren. Four of them. They used the right sound. What the hell did an HK have in their body that could have done something like that? Okay. That's nice. You know who's going to be on home one right now? You know who has to be on home one right now? +5 for doing holograms correctly. And I'm sorry, Harrison Dulo looks fucking weird. How does Ahsoka look like mostly legit, but Hera looks like a fucking Star Wars Celebration cosplay? We're the 3 best girlfriends that anyone could have. We're the 3 best girlfriends. All right, here's your Lothal. Man, Lothal's staying true to the kind of McQuarrie look, which is cool. Well, I have to pee, and I don't need to be here for this because this is dumb. E-wing. At least they're getting the sounds right. So sounds like a swoop bike, which is good. I don't know what this electronic music is. Is this like Korean pop rock or something? Wouldn't have been my first choice for music there, but that's just me. Oh, there's her helmet there. Yeah, unfortunately, if I'm going to bring people in, I can't use Streamlabs, so I had to use StreamYard, i.e., no timer. There's Ezra. But if you're curious, I'm at 29 minutes. That chick has a Padawan braid. That's just how I look when I'm focusing on something. Was it flashback time? Nope. Coming up on oh, it's a count back. 25 minutes left. 25:30 here in a second. So I'm actually at 30 31:30, somewhere around there. Yang looks like a prequel droid, and I like it. Not crazy about the show so far, but is Sabine hot? I don't I don't know. You look at it, you're like, ooh, she's nah. Well, okay, all right, chat's in. Okay, chat likes Sabine. Don't bring that evil in here, bro. Ugh. Heavy implications. She's force sensitive here, which I just don't like. You guys like Taco Bell? Love Taco Bell. Oh, that's a shot for Darth Maul. That was shot for shot TPM Darth Maul. Order 66 is separatist propaganda. Oh, sorry, wrong one. It's looking that way. Oh. Man. I was waiting for an Anakin flashback there. I'm not going to lie. Girl fight. Yeah. I hope it's well choreographed. Let's go. See what they got. Yeah, all the time. Fucking seriously? Fucking seriously? Another person who gets stabbed through the stomach and magically survives. Wow. Whoa. Wow. 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 Oh, boys and girls. Why not bring that one back? It was to the side-ish. Yeah, lightsabers don't do anything anymore. Again? Another girl stabbed through the gut that lives. Oh, all right. Let's gather ourselves, and then we'll get ready to start this next one. I can't fucking believe they put that in that episode. Just what a fucking stupid thing to do. Ugh. Oh, come on, man. Sabine survived by a lightsaber from the female force. I guess Qui-Gon is just the weakest being in the galaxy. Oh shit. Oh shit. All right. Let's spool up this next one. I don't want to waste too much time. And then once we get done with this episode, we'll get the panel going. All right, everybody get ready. Get ready. We're going to do a countdown here. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to make sure we're loaded up, and then we're going to pop in and watch episode 2 here. I can't believe they ended the episode that way. That is just so effing Disney. All right. Starting season 1, episode 2 in 5, 4. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the recap. Yeah. I'm not gonna skip. It's too hard to get everybody. Dude, yeah, it's not like congratulations, bro. Yeah, just after. Bro, that was like through a lung. She better be out of commission for like the rest of the show. You get that like that was 3 inches away from where Qui-Gon got stabbed. And he died on the spot. Yes, dude. Oh my god. So this looks like the same kind of thing as or not Zepho, Tython. Same kind of deal. Seeing stones. Nice, Frank. Glad to have you, bro. What's up, Daisy? Yeah, Stonehenge for sure. I appreciate you guys watching with me. It's awesome. Thanks for being here. The hell was that? That's got to be Morgan's ship, Morgan Elsbeth's ship. She got them Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle socks on. Oh, Ahsoka's got that cow power, the Force Echoes. Just add it on. Why not? Hey, have a good night, bro. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry. Truck through. Truck through. We'll finish this episode and then we can rap about it. Ralph McQuarrie. Yeah, no shit. She's just up and moving, man. They wanted me to laugh at that. I didn't laugh at that. Corellia, that's where Solo was. Sorry. I'm really trying to be nicer. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. People are going to eat this shit up. They're going to eat this up and they're going to be mad at anybody who says, you just didn't get what you wanted. This is what you were asking for. Guaranteed. There's probably some dudes somewhere in the show. Oh, there's one. And ancient people from a distant, not the ricotta. Is it the chiss or the ricotta? Or the grisk? Or the Yuuzhan Vong? Definitely Night Sisters. Never mind. He's in wild space. I'm a little confused, but I think Thrawn calls to me across space and time. Later. We'll go over that later. I feel like this is like a rip off Darth Bane and Xana kind of vibe with these two. Corellia, I'm assuming. Did you see the ISD one in the background? Chap. The only reason I'm watching this show, Chap. The shipyards are kind of dope as fuck, though. The shipyards are cool. Somebody watch that back slow. There's going to be a Cal Kestis or something in there. I don't know if that makes sense for the time frame. Is anybody else getting the vibe that this is basically like a lesbian mother relationship, and then Sabine is the child? Like that's just what this feels like. I had two moms. One loves me and the other doesn't. That was quick. No back to baths. Just right back at it, huh? Oh my god, fucking cry about that. Okay, I'm convinced she's was now apprenticed as a Force sensitive. Convinced. There you go. There you go.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, did I mishear it? Her skills would fall short. God, I hope you're right, Caleb. Wait, so did I hear it right or hear it wrong that she's extremely Force? Wrong, so she's not Force sensitive. Okay. Thank God. Oh shit. That was cool. Chopper! Look at that. Fucking 17th century French helmet on that guy. There's some half decent choreography in here. I really don't understand the French knight armor. Oh man, I love that droid. Mm. It was a good action sequence. Coming soon, Black Series. Sabine Wren helmet, $135. It's a repaint of Bo-Katan, by the way. Oof. Did you see that Soliston a second ago? Oh, that's just a good scene right there. That felt prequely. That last like 2 seconds where the door opened and door closed. I'm like, oh, that looked like Star Wars. Can we just give the rebels like or the New Republic tan fucking uniforms, please? Or olive drab green or something. The blue is just killing me. I hate it. And I think this is where we get the remake of the Rebel scene. Should have hired someone to cut your hair. Don't think the vibroblade was a good choice. A giant hyperspace ring. It's 100% a giant hyperspace ring, right? What ship that size wouldn't have a hyperdrive ring or a hyperdrive in it? Or is that the ship? Maybe the hyperdrive's out on the Chimera. Wait, which ship are they on when they hit the drive? Were they on the Chimera? Friggin' Sabayoth. Well, kids, there you go. There's your Ahsoka. That's what it is. This is what we got. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. I just dropped the link in the chat. I'm gonna add Caleb back into the stream here.
Okay.
Well,
I
feel like I need to chew for a second. You know what I mean?
Better than I thought. Not as good as I hoped.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
The stab really. That really like if she had just gotten thrown across the room and thing dropped on her like the fight in episode 2 or 3
or did you have to do anything other than just have the one who's clearly more powerful walk away?
Yeah,
like we're done.
Yeah, it should have been like I've said in the past. It should have been like a minute battle that she did fine with in the first like 10 seconds, got completely overpowered and just thrown across the room and then left like, child.
She should have had her ass beat 6 ways from Sunday.
But
yep,
remove the stab, and I think both episodes are like a 6.5. With the stab, the first episode's at like a 5.
Man, the stab really dropped a lot there.
Yeah.
I mean, this show already doesn't know what it wants to do with itself because Sabine hasn't kept up with her saber training. She's clearly not force sensitive, so they did give us the bait and switch. And then you have the Padawan of a literal fucking Jedi.
Yeah.
And they were equally matched.
The thing that got me, I don't want to sound too much like Matt Risman, but why do we care? So like, Matt kept saying, why do I care about the Mandalorians? Why do we care about this second mission? What this whole thing should be is, let's go find Ezra. And then there's this other dark thing out there that it's going to start a new war and all this. That's what this should be. But there isn't anything to pull me into caring about this other dark force.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the big mystery right now. Why do we have this Jedi who turned, whatever the case may be? Who's their Padawan? I don't know what to think right now. I don't know. Like, it wasn't bad. It was not bad enough for me to be like, dude, fuck this show. It just was not. It wasn't bad enough. They took some upticks in the soundtrack, first off. So we actually got strings and horns, except for the Korean rock pop shit when she was riding her bike.
I like that.
I think
course
J.J.
you do,
Abrams
John
was
Graber.
upset.
Of course you love that.
It reminded me of Zeb on the when he was listening to the Sunset one or whatever.
So they had an uptick in the music, which was good. The visuals are miles above Kenobi, like miles and miles and miles above Kenobi.
What's the Dathomirian woman's name?
Morgan
Elsbeth.
Yeah, I don't like her ship, but everything else, all the other ships have looked really good.
Okay,
Maybe,
but her ship isn't from around here, right?
Maybe Ubisoft,
not the galaxy.
No, she's from
wherever
the hell, Dathomir, but that ship, yeah.
I'll say my two bugaboos is definitely the stab and how convoluted they made the is she force sensitive or not?
Yeah.
Like it was so indirect. Like I was like, wait, what?
I think they did that because I get a feeling they knew. Because they're not idiots. They know people don't like certain stuff. So I get a feeling they thought, this will be funny. Let's do a bait and switch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, J.J. Abrams was upset.
A couple of nitpicks. Once again, someone gets stabbed and it's not fatal. Again, why did they need to do? They didn't need to do that. I should take that back. 2, the Sith apprentice looks like Jesse Combs. Who's Jesse Combs?
I don't know who that is.
You know who I thought she looked like? Who sings that song? Like I was running far away and I'll come back the world someday. What's that girl's name?
No idea.
I was running far. Aurora.
No idea.
Do you know who that is? Okay, I'm gonna pull up a picture of her. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, her. Yeah, that's her.
She reminded me of my sister Annie when she's young, which freaks me out a little bit. Not gonna lie.
She looks like the freaking pop singer Aurora. Hold on, let me share this. Present screen. Doesn't she look like this pop singer?
Oh, okay. Yeah, a bit.
Right?
No, I still don't know who it is, but
I was like, man, Aurora's in Star Wars? What the fuck?
Well, so something really funny. Someone just said it. Oh yeah, Eddie said lightsabers are so weak now. It was so funny because at the beginning of the episode, he stabs the general or the captain in the gut, and
just like immediate death.
Like, yeah, I was like, oh my god, we're killing people with impaling now. And then at the very end of the same episode, or maybe not.
Why is Mr. Krabs the mayor, dude? Money.
So who was? Wait. For on my stream earlier, who called for Azadi? I wasn't expecting that at all.
Did you take notes?
I did earlier.
John, that's awesome.
Nick Coolio says that was such a chore.
It wasn't as bad a chore as Mando season 3 ended up being.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'd take that over Mando season 3.
Yeah,
any day of the week.
I was really happy with the fight with the French Knight. I was really happy with that. I thought
his armor looked pretty fucking cool.
It's not. This isn't slow choreography. This is.
I love the choreography. I hate the costume. My brother is a massive armor historian, and so like I just immediately I'm like, he was at Agincourt. That's right, I remember. Ridiculous. What's up, Mary? How you doing?
Oh, I just got done watching Ahsoka 2 myself, and
You're stoked out of your mind.
Yes. You can say that again. I was like not liking when Sabine got stabbed. I went, what the heck? Why is she getting stabbed now? That makes no freaking sense.
Yeah.
And and I was laughing at Chopper because he was being you know how he was in the Rebels. I think he's being silly like kids trying to argue with her.
That was probably my favorite part out of the hour and a half of Disney Star Wars that we just watched was like Chopper looking through his shit and he's like, hey, you go through my shit? And she's like, no, I didn't. And he's like, oh, it's in here somewhere, man. It's like, it's Chopper.
That's what I was doing. I was laughing at Chopper. I was literally laughing at him. Like, yep. That's the exact same attitude he get. I heard in Rebels too. I heard this. I was watching Rebels today, by the way. I was watching Rebels today. I got into season 3. I think I got to get my memory refreshed because I want to know if Ahsoka did survive in Rebels. I'm just getting my memory refreshed when I was watching Rebels today. Then I saw a few things that looked familiar. Like that looks familiar, and then I was like, that looks familiar. That looks totally familiar.
Maul says only women survive saber stabs. Dog, what did you think of the show? I gotta run and grab a beer really quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah. No, I thought it was all right. Like Caleb said, the stab took the first episode down a good bit, but I think the scenery looked good. I didn't mind the characters. I guess right off the rip though, the what's his name, Balin, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The way he was deflecting bolts, all like I just, it's kind of the same way that they did Jar Jar Binks' Jedi character.
The
way that he did the deflection.
I'm
I was just
it's not fluid, right? Like it's not. I'm not a fan of that style, but
It's robotic. It's not
Yeah,
graceful, which is what Jedi should be.
yeah. Which
Yeah,
I guess
robotic,
it kind of makes
not
sense.
Mr.
Like you know where the
Robotic.
bolt's gonna be, but still, it doesn't feel right. But everything looked good. It felt like I was watching Star Wars, which is, a big thing for me.
More than can be said for a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, that's a big drop off for Andor for me. I didn't feel like I was watching Star Wars, but this definitely felt like that. And I guess in the second episode I just didn't like how convoluted is she Force sensitive or not? But like you said, it was kind of a bait and switch kind of thing, like keeping you on your edge of your seat anyhow. So
I was surprised they quote unquote resolved that so early. I thought they'd keep us guessing.
Yeah, that's what.
I guess we are still kind of guessing, but Hewing could just be a massive prick, which he seems like. But yeah, I mean it is nice.
Yeah. My favorite part in the second episode when Chopper was being funny.
Halloween.
What's up, Matt?
Yeah, Halloween, hey.
So now we have a galaxy far, far away inside a galaxy far, far away.
Yes.
A galaxy extra far, far away.
Yes. We're 2 galaxies removed now.
Yep.
And that's trying to draw the connection between how does an ancient map know this is where Thrawn went? Like, that's where the Purrgil took him, apparently, because it took him to another galaxy.
Yeah. Me and Caleb were talking about that. That I don't know. Unless the answer is simply that other galaxy was known and somehow there was communications. But how would you know that's where the Purrgil would take you?
The only thing I could think of is some sort of like hyperspace tracking, but I can't remember if that's something I saw in Star Trek or Star Wars.
No, that was
You're muted.
That was sequel trilogy.
Sorry,
Yeah,
you saw that in the
Last
sequel
Jedi.
trilogy.
Oh, did I?
We have them tied on a string.
Oh,
That was very good. That's accurate.
that's what happens when you watch that movie like twice.
Just 7,000 times, 17,000 times I've seen that movie.
You're the one that people keep that makes Disney keep thinking that people are watching this.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I just went to go grab a beer. As I was grabbing it, my wife goes, "So, what'd you think? What'd you think? Was it okay?" And I'm like, "It was okay." And that scares the shit out of me because
we'll take that from X-Wing. I'm just saying.
it scares the shit out of me because get
our hopes up.
You know what happens. You know what they're gonna John Cena my ass in like episode 3, and I'll be like, why did I? And then it's gonna be forever on the internet, like, oh, remember X-Wing said he liked Ahsoka, and I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's not a wreck. It's not a crash yet.
I still remember the beginning of Book of Boba Fett when Echo Base, Coach and Nick were like, this show sucks. And like I think it was the first episode, right after the first episode. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, I think this show is going to slap. I think it's going to be good. First episode got me hooked. And then I was like, I'm out. I'm done. I hate this. Why did I ever back this up? And Coach was like, yeah, I told you, son. I'm like, I know. Okay.
The one that I'd say the line there were lines in the beginning that were kind of like, okay, this kind of feels like someone's first draft. But the one that really took me out was he's calling to me through time and space. I'm sorry. Is this Doctor Who?
well, kind of.
That guy was from Doctor Who. I already know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean when Ron's calling to you through time and space? What exactly do you mean there? Because I don't like that,
Right.
She's just being poetic.
X-Wing, your face the whole time looked like somebody crop dusted you.
I know. I heard comment. Look,
I love your wife walked by or something.
I think you could watch that whole thing in 1.5 speed, and it would have paced better.
It was slower pace, but I'll be honest with you. Like, I wish that they had done that with other shows. So, like, when I think about like Book of Boba Fett and Kenobi, how it's just constantly goofy, like goofy trash. Like, I wish they had done more of this kind of more stylistic, obviously more symphonic with like the audio. You could really tell that the music took a fucking big departure from the shit they've been doing on Disney Plus, and it felt a lot more like John Williams, and I really appreciated that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I absolutely love music.
Yeah, they let you soak in some of the scenes. So I guess that maybe Filoni picked that up from samurai movies or something, where they kind of hold the shots and pace a little slow, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
they did some things right. That's what I'll say. I will give credit where credit is due. They did some things right for sure. Blood guilty. Have a good night, brother.
Oh, well, I got.
While you were getting your beer, one other nitpick that I had was the opening scene with Balin with the lightsaber deflection, how it was robotic like that.
It was very like, by the way, make sure you hit 2:00 and then hit 6:00 and then hit your 9:00. Yeah, I felt that. Mary, I'm sorry, Mary, were you saying something?
Yeah.
Well, the only thing I did, though, the second episode is why I have seen 3POs lookalikes in the second episode. I saw it in the first episode, like let's see 3PO lookalike again. Here we go again with 3PO lookalike.
Yeah, I mean, those protocol droids were all over the place.
Yeah, they're like Priuses, they're everywhere.
Yeah, really, they were like Priuses. Yeah, Camrys. Those things were absolutely everywhere.
Mass produced.
Yeah, protocol droids were all over the place. I think the reason why 3PO was so special was, didn't they? I don't remember what Anakin said, but
he buried like the old Sith language in him.
Oh my God,
Caleb. Way to bring it down.
Jeez.
Anyway, so which one was better, 1 or 2?
2.
Ooh,
2.
Yeah, I think 2.
Yeah, 2. The stab knocks 1 down pretty hard.
2 for me.
That stab ruined that fucking episode for me. Like, that's what I'm gonna remember 1 for.
Right.
Stab.
Yeah.
Well played putting 2 episodes out. If they would have just dropped the 1, it would have been much worse.
Yeah, I think we'd be pretty pissed.
I'm also going to remember the butt. Those are the 2 things. I'll remember the butt. And then
okay.
It was a nice butt.
That made up for it a little bit.
Yeah, but he did.
I'm gonna have to take a break for
He did something. I don't remember what it was. He did like something with his program. I don't remember. I think it was in a book somewhere or something like that. But yeah,
I thought it was like I kind of understood it as all droids were manufactured with that capability, but there was like a hardwired code in their system that prohibited them, like a safety switch or something. Maybe that, I don't know. He was made in the prequel era, so
yeah.
Why build a droid that can understand Sith language and then?
No, we're not talking about the Sith language.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't understanding what you were saying.
No, not the Sith language. Come on now.
No, 3PO was just like a little different. He was just a little different.
Yeah.
He was autistic.
I'm missing super chats here. I'm missing super chats and I'm missing member chats. So we got Darth Bayou, member for 21 months, says roses are red, violets are blue, X-Wings farts smell like poo.
Yeah, that's what he was smelling earlier.
Don't most
so, I mean, that's legitimate.
That's why I had that face on. This show just made me gassy the whole.
Oh my God!
Just had the gassy face up. Big Low became a YouTube member. I have to look because I thought you already were one. I could be mistaken. If I don't have the chat up, it doesn't tell me specifically. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. It's too far back. I can't get to it.
Yeah.
Damn it. Well, welcome, brother. Donna Hergenrether, member for 9 months, says, good luck tonight. We're in it together. We were, and Donna was not happy.
Yeah.
Donna was not happy.
Donna Downer. Donna Downer.
Donna Downer says for $1.99 says female plot armor is dumb.
Yep.
That is Disney's whole MO.
Yep.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
exactly.
I mean, that's what they do. All right. Well,
What about
I
that
can't
step or the lesbian couple mom thing?
oh,
that
let's
you
get into
brought?
that.
funny.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get into that.
Wait,
Donna
what?
Hergenrether and
What?
everybody else with the member chat. Thank you so much for being a part of the community. You know what it means when we get that super chat. It means we gotta dance a little bit.
And there goes the monetization.
So we
Yeah, it does.
We-
That gets rid of it immediately. Big
We
Mo says
called
I've
it-
gifted a membership before. That's right. Okay.
we called it in Graber's stream earlier. That was Clancy Brown.
That was great. That was
That-
unexpected. I couldn't believe that.
As soon as I heard that voice, before they even zoomed in, I was like, yes,
That was cool.
They brought him
that,
back.
That was
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
Small Time says great casting with Sabine, not so much with Hera.
Oh my
so
God.
I
Oh,
was
don't
thinking
even
about that
start
when we were
that.
watching the show. I was thinking about it when we were watching the show, and I'm like, legitimately, you would have been way better casting somebody who looked like Sabine for Hera. And like, what I mean by that is like a little bit more of like an Asian eye. I don't want to get canceled on YouTube, but when you go back and you watch Rebels and then you watch this, you're like, she got round eye. She got the white girl eye, and it just like
Wide-eyed.
it takes it out a little bit. You know what I mean? That would have been better as like an Asian casting, in my humble opinion.
She's got a bit of the jowl too,
Yeah,
which I think
Dog
was
mentioned
really
something
really
earlier.
screwing with it.
Plus,
Plus
her
the,
eyes were like CGI'd on.
Yeah, they were like glowing.
What?
Yeah, they weren't blue eyes. They were like glowing.
Yeah, they were very bright blue.
Yeah, very bright. Brighter than mine, I imagine.
Yeah, Donna wasn't happy with Hera.
Hera wasn't good. Especially the thing that sucks the most about it is you go down to Comic-Con and you find like 30 people that look more like Hera than
Isn't that
this
crazy?
Hera did. And 3 of them are going to be dudes.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Did you just engender them? You're canceled.
Wow.
I will send you to Jesus.
What kind of cons are you going to, Caleb? Because you're not going to the
How
same ones I
dare
am.
you? Wait, what kind of lawyer are you?
Oh,
A
we
good
don't need to
one.
talk about that.
yeah, right.
A good one.
Good one.
So what do we think about the story so far? So my big concern was that they were going to redo
Wait.
Heir to the
What happened with the
what?
lesbian thing? What was it with the
Oh,
lesbian
dude,
thing?
it just seems like it. Like Hera Syndulla and Ahsoka are lesbian mothers to sweet little baby Sabine.
Also,
I don't know if
Mm.
anybody else got that vibe, but that's
Had
just
one.
what it feels like.
I did not, because
Ooh.
I know
Yeah.
for a fact that Ahsoka is heterosexual because she loves me. And I
That's
love her.
not the.
Just so you know.
This is more of a vibe comment than like a actual. Let's find out what the sexuality of the characters are, because
I did not.
I don't
get
care
don't
about the
need-
sexuality.
Yeah, there's some matriarchal stuff there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's two very matriarchal kind of forces together, and I think that's what it felt like. It was like two moms, you know.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
Was any of the
You
low
disagree,
cats
Mary? Please
practical?
feel free to respond.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, Sabine is like, kind of reminds me of a little bit of me in one time, but I was like, when I heard the word stubborn, I think that rolls off, that's not mean too much of me, But
Gotcha.
Yep.
So
So
real
what do
quick,
we?
Brian, I am a lesbian trapped in a man's body also.
I am. Yeah, I'm a lesbian trapped in a nice body. I've liked girls since I was young.
I love them.
But
love them all.
anyways, so in terms of the story, one of the
Love
big
the
things I
girls.
was worried about was that they were basically going to hijack Heir to the Empire. Do we still think that's a possibility, or do you feel differently now having watched 2 episodes? Because it's early.
I got a fine suspicion that the Empire is going to come back.
Well, I mean, it already is there in the show.
I didn't see any evidence of them retroing that story yet.
Wouldn't you say that Rey's character is pretty much Jorah Sabayoth?
No.
No?
No. I don't think he knows who Thrawn is. I think he knows who he is, but I don't think he's like his boy.
Okay.
I guess you have to look at what Sabaoth's motivations were in the book. He was wanting access to Luke and the Jedi, and Balin seems to be after power,
right?
Yeah, Balin seems to be after some type of unlimited power. So he's got something he wants from all this.
I mean, Sabayoth did too, though.
Yeah, he wanted control.
Yeah.
He was very impatient too. I mean, he never let Thrawn down about it. Like, you promised me my Jedi. You promised me my Jedi.
He pissed Thrawn off.
Oh, well, endlessly.
Yeah.
Here's where I kind of have an issue too of the line of who could help with this. My mind went to Luke.
No, Bobby Freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I would have gone to. Bobby Freak. He would have done it.
You know who can help with this? Hey.
I'm out of here, motherfucker.
No squeezy.
Grogu.
Yeah, Grogu's. Yeah, Grogu just almost squeezed him. Like, he said, no squeezing. Bad baby. Don't call me a bad baby. I'll grab you again.
Pelimoto, yeah, she could have done it.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Anyways, yes.
I just think that's a big overarching hole.
Was much better than anything in the sequels.
We
had more of it already in 2 episodes in the sequels.
What the hell you say, huh?
Yeah, you need the Kylo Ren one.
I just no. Like, just no. They're absolutely better. And look, that's a low bar, by the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they are absolutely better than the sequels. But as stated, that's an extremely low bar, especially if you want to put Nick Gillard where Star Wars should be, and then you put the sequels where they were. I can't actually, the floor only actually goes down to about 3 feet below me. But, this was a foot above the floor level. Nick Gillard's here, and this was like about a foot above the floor.
Nick Gillard is awesome.
So yeah, they were a lot better. A lot better. Doesn't mean they were good.
Yeah, I mean, look, they were a little slow. It's the kind of thing that if you fast forwarded on like 1.15, it would have been, I think, perfect. But they were miles better than, I mean, even the Sabine and what's her name one was better than what we got in the sequel trilogy.
The fights with Kylo in The Force Awakens and the fight with Kylo versus Rey on Kef, like both absolute trash.
Yeah.
Like horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. I'd take Ahsoka over that any day of the week.
And that weird throne room fight was terribly choreographed.
What? That was the best one, you fucking grifter.
Where they ended the one interesting thing they had going for them.
I love it when people throw their freaking weapons away in order to get hit. That's just good choreographing. Yeah, I would say they've made an improvement off of the Morgan Elsbeth fight from Mando for sure. I think they hired somebody who was definitely better. I don't know who it was, but
Maria, I'll say it in Spanish if you need me to. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that.
Estas no comprendes. It's bad.
I'll say it in whatever language you need me to say it in.
Yeah, the Ahsoka fights in the show are absolutely better than the sequel trilogy. I'd be willing to do a video side by side and just compare them. The one thing I don't like about the cinematography, well, there's a couple things, but the one thing I don't like that they really do in the show is there are a shitload of quick cuts. There are a lot of quick cuts. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
I like
one second, and it's like.
I like that because I thought it was George Lucas. Remind me of George. I did like that. I did notice that. And I like.
I don't feel like George had a shitload of quick cuts.
I think he did.
He had a lot of transitions.
Okay.
Fade in.
Quick cuts. That's pretty rampant in today's entertainment, though.
Yeah, quick cuts are everywhere.
Yeah.
What's up, small time?
Hey, small time.
Hey, small time.
What's up, Matt?
Oh, there we go.
I'm surprised he came on here when
there
I'm on here.
Hello.
Because after the other night, he's totally rethinking his
him off
life.
the other night.
Yeah.
So what'd you think,
John,
dude?
you did not traumatize me. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it was as far as like Disney Star Wars, I would put it behind like Rogue One and Mando season 1, but
yeah.
Overall, I thought it was good. But some of the, like I said, I didn't like the Hera casting much. Although the actress that they got for that is married to Ian McGregor, so that may or may not have anything to do with it. But
oh, no kidding!
I guarantee it had something to do with it. Yeah, she's married to Obi-Wan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
Yeah.
With Ahsoka, I know she's like older now, and she's supposed to be a little, maybe more reserved than she was when she was a teenager during the Clone Wars. But sometimes she just kind of seems aloof, like there maybe could be a little more energy there.
Me and Caleb were saying that earlier too.
She's not a great actress. I'm sorry,
super
to say
stoic,
that, but she's not a great actress.
Yeah, but she's had other roles where she was, more lively. So
yeah,
I don't know. Just seems sort of
Daredevil. She was pretty
good. Daredevil. She was great. Daredevil, and
see, I didn't see that.
A lot of it.
Yeah, she's great.
Not quite.
Character.
Not quite. We didn't get helicopters per se.
I was waiting for it though.
It's
Per
fun.
se.
I
But we did get the Darth Maul throw.
I liked it. I liked the fight.
That was a cool move where she just dodged it on its way back.
Like
That was pretty baller move. Yeah.
I love that we dodged the lightsaber.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, just move half step out of the way.
Man, we got a couple of people who are saying this is a death warrant. Here lies the career of one David Christopher Filoni. It won't be missed. May it rest in piss. I'm gonna tell you something right now. As somebody who's been plugged into the fandom for a long time, this will be hailed as a success by shitloads of people, because you finally get like just a fucking taste of what Star Wars could look like. And they're like, yeah, oh my God, sing it from the fucking rooftops. Dave Filoni is our savior. I guarantee that's going to be the internet tomorrow. Hashtag Dave Filoni saves Star Wars. Hashtag Dave Filoni is the great. Hashtag he's the son of Christ in George Lucas. Like, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Hashtag we're back, baby.
Making president.
I'm just saying,
That's what
we're
they
back,
count.
baby is going to be everywhere, and it's just like it's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
It's definitely visually better, and somebody made a good point the other night on some show. This is probably the least unfettered by COVID Star Wars that we've had, as far as production wise.
Well, yeah.
So that might have freed them up to do some things and take some better shots and use better sets.
It's true.
I mean, some of the still shots, the establishing shots, were really cool. Like they pull back and show like Huyang handing the saber to Sabine and
Sabine's butt.
Her butt, yeah. I mean,
there was
forget about that.
one
some of those
shot.
wide shots were good.
Sabine's butt.
Some of those hanger shots were bad though. The one where Ahsoka's coming down the gangplank, and it looks like 60s stuff where they had the moving thing in the background, and then like in James Bond where he's driving, but it's clearly just him in a car. And, in the background.
Those might have been volume shots.
Yeah, it didn't look great. Also, there were not enough people in that hangar.
Yeah,
Might have been lunch break,
we called this
I liked it.
I said that she was standing there looking over, and the little droid. I'm like, oh shit, that's TPM Mall.
Yep, I liked it though
because it repeats or whatever.
Remember Barry?
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. I
did
liked it because it was
it though.
It's a nice nod to TPM, which is like, dude, who fucking puts a nod to anything from TPM other than noises?
Yeah. Do we think this could have used Anakin flash somewhere?
Yeah,
I hope so.
Do you think they're going to be extremely liberal with those?
Nope.
I hope not.
They're going to be extremely sparing. And I thought for sure when they were standing they weren't on the bridge, they were in like the living area of that ship, and they were having the discussion about master and apprentice and stuff like that. I thought that's when the flashback was going to come, but I'm glad they didn't do it there, because it wasn't earned there.
Yeah, it would have been cheap there. It would have been cheap.
It'd be too soon too.
Yeah.
I kind of thought we'd hear like a very quiet like snips or something like that right there, but beyond that, nothing more.
Mike finally made it into the chat. What did y'all think? We've been talking about it for like half an hour.
I loved it.
Chill.
Cannon in the chat says, if I watch it, I'll sail the seas because I ain't getting Disney Plus again. Can't blame you there, my brother. Cannot blame you there. Mike, look, they did some things right, and they did some things very wrong. It's a classic Disney Plus Star Wars show. That's what I'll tell you. They did some things right, and they did things wrong.
But it looks better than the Disney Plus Star Wars shows we've gotten, except for the first two seasons.
Yeah, cinematically, this is worlds above pretty much everything we've gotten.
It looks larger than some of the more recent stuff in terms of just like some of the, Book of Boba Fett and maybe Mando season 3. It just felt like almost like claustrophobic, like the world was too small, like on some of the scenes, whereas this did feel bigger.
Yeah, I feel that.
Thought that was.
Oh, we got a bullshit Andor. Andor felt super small. Andor felt tiny.
Andor wasn't Star Wars.
And beyond
How dare you? How dare you?
And when it comes to how it looked, I think this looks more Star Warsy than Andor did.
Absolutely,
with a couple minor exceptions, this looks a lot more like Star Wars to me.
Yeah.
I think
which
Andor
is funny
was
because they praised so heavily the sets, which did look absolutely amazing, and it really did kind of bring me back into that original trilogy vibe in a couple spaces. But they just didn't execute those sets the way they needed to make them feel Star Warsy, in my opinion. And I think the prop department's heavily to blame for a lot of that, and the sound department. But yeah, I don't know. This just feels more prequely to me, I guess. Maybe that's why I feel more at home.
Yeah, I think the Andor props department was too busy trying to hide little Easter eggs in the background instead of making the set look like Star Wars.
Yeah, I think Andor was good. But like if it wasn't a Star Wars show, I think it would be thought of better.
It was like a microscopic view.
Kind of sucks for them if they're trying to make a Star Wars show, though.
Yeah, that's the only problem there. Yeah. That and the serial scenes were, a bit much.
Cereal.
Cereal was
Cereal.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the Treasure Planet map though.
It did look like it, didn't it? I was trying not to talk about it during the show because I'm like, holy shit, that totally looks like that. Yeah. I was like, you triggered something in like my 8th grade brain. I was like, holy shit, that looks like Treasure Planet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right. So we can do an overall rating. I guess we'll go down the line and then we'll cut it because we've been going for 3 hours at this point. I think I need to sleep on it. And I need to think about what I saw before I give it a full rating. So I'm gonna sleep on it, and then I'll make a review. But Star Wars Dog, kick us off.
First episode, I want to say 5.5, but I'm gonna give it a 6. The second episode, let's say 7. I think the second episode was done pretty well.
High praise. Okay. Cocho?
All right, so I'll go first episode. I'll say 4 out of 10. I think just because the stabbing at the end kind of just you know how it goes, and
that shit literally opened up the old wounds. Literally.
Yeah. The second episode, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Just because of the action with that Inquisitor and all that. I did kind of like that, and I mean, I'll say this real quick that I would say Ahsoka should have came out after Mando season 2. I would say, instead of Book of Boba Fett or Kenobi. But I mean, I don't know what anyone else would think on that.
Well, look, the timelines are nothing if not jumbled as shit right now. A lot of us don't really know what's going on or what time frame it is, but what I do know is this is post Return of the Jedi. That's where we're at. So this is right around the Thrawn time frame. That's what I know.
Yeah, but well, we'll see with the next episode. But yeah, I enjoyed more the second episode than the first. So.
That's hilarious. I am Tyler.
Mr. Graber, give us the shining review I know you're going to give.
I give it a 10, only because I don't look at things.
10?
Are you insane?
Whoa.
Take it all in.
10.
I take it all
I
in.
was spitting my water. I just
Like dogs think about
Let the man talk. Let the man talk. He's not on public trial here. Let the man
He's blowing our curve.
Like, so Star Wars Dog was saying, like, Balin was like clunky with his. I enjoy it. This is my hour and a half escape. I take it all in. I enjoy it. I love it. And I'm not a complete show because I don't much care for. I didn't care for Force Awakens, just so you know. And that's in the minority of the people. I loved it.
Rhino's coming after you now too.
I loved it.
I'm a shill when we talk. When Raging Rhino and I talk, I'm a shill. So don't take it. Yeah. Don't take it too hard.
Oh, all right. Wait. Who's Frank? Frank. Wait. Now I gotta put my Frank Triggs. Yes, I am. You know what? Yes, I am.
Frank.
What?
Disney shill. Is he drunk?
Yeah.
Even Mike Porter. Even Mike Porter went 6 or 7. Boring in places. Well. Hey, look, John, if you love it, I'm so fucking stoked for you.
I am.
I'm so happy for you.
I can't wait to wake up early in the morning and watch it because I'm going to watch it like 4 o'clock in the morning when I wake up.
That's awesome, dude. You have no idea how badly I wish I felt that way.
I wish you all
I really do. I really wish I do. Small time. Go ahead. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll go both episodes with a 6. The whole stabbing in the stomach thing that apparently that's just not a big deal now. Apparently, what was it? Riva took a couple of those.
Yeah, Riva.
Yeah. So
2-time champ.
But
Obi-Wan.
4 stomach. 4 stomach.
That and one thing I will give them credit for, I thought they did a good job of making Lothal feel like it did from the Rebels series.
Lothal
great. Well, they this was something that Dave does that I do love, is that he took all that Ralph McQuarrie art and he ran with it and he stuck with it in animation. And I do think one thing I will give them is that the transition into live action from Ralph McQuarrie's actual concept art looked great, which is not an easy thing to do because, you're thinking about stuff that was, early 70s concept art brought into live action. They did that well.
that and having, I think David Tennant's the voice of the droid, and I like him and several things he's in. So
yeah,
I think he's good.
Yeah, I wonder if he did some stop motion type capture for the the way that Hu Yang moved. It looked pretty natural,
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm sorry, but that kind of stab killed Kylo. He was only saved by Rey's force heal. That's what we're saying.
Yep.
Well, Kylo
you're proving my point.
Well, if you got a Y chromosome,
that kind of stab if you were a fucking dude.
If you have a Y chromosome, you go down easier.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I don't know how you meant that, but
No, I'm just saying that's the correlating factor to getting run through is if you're a male, yeah, you go down pretty quick.
That and they didn't put her in a back
not
tank,
a male,
which you would think that they would.
If you're a woman, you cannot be killed by being stabbed through the stomach.
Yeah.
So define woman. Anyway, so
3B.
I'm already here we go. I'm already checked out, not interested in watching any more episodes. And Doom Guy gave it a rant, so he gave it the first two.
I mean, he's doomed to begin with.
I've got a book full of Ralph's early concepts for Star Wars, and those designs stand to this day. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice looking at the background. I wasn't actually watching the show so much during those scenes on Lothal. I was looking at the background, and I'm like, I was feeling Cloud City. Like, you still get all of those nice design vibes from. It was cool. It was cool. Anyways, Caleb, go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Republic, did you have anything else you wanted to throw in there?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Caleb.
So first episode, a 5 because of the stab. Without the stab, I think it's a 6.5. 7. Episode 2 is probably a 6.5. It could have. It could have gone up to like a 7.5 if the story was more clear cut. Like I'm not looking for a cookie cutter story, but just something that isn't going to require me to sit here and like assume facts, not evidence, almost to kind of understand what's going on.
So what are you missing from the story, I guess I would say, in these 2 episodes? Because I thought these first 2 episodes were just going to be a shitload of exposition about what happened during Rebels, and it turns out that wasn't the case. So they're trying to build this story about they're looking for Thrawn, and that seemed to be the whole premise.
Well, so why is there a Night Sister? And this might be something that I have forgotten from season 2 of Mando. But why is there a Night Sister off of Dathomir when the Separatists killed all of the Dathomirians? Why is there a star map linking an ancient star map on an ancient Dathomirian planet linking 2 galaxies that is going to be the map to Thrawn? It just there's too much old with
convenience for the story.
So I guess that's the question, right? So Ezra and Thrawn were on a ship, and the Purgles were like, "Yeet!"
Yeah,
and they left. And they're like, "Why does a map that's some god unknownly 3,000 years old know where he was banished?"
Yeah.
Were the Purgles in on it? And they're like, "Yo, we got to take him to Sector Prime 7, my guy. I mean, that's where we banished all the." And this guy Ezra's pissed, so that's where we're going. The
thing that scares me is Dathomirian witches are supposed to be magical. They're supposed to apparently have some other tie to the Force that Jedi don't. Yeah. And the line through space and time is scaring the crap out of me, because I think we're going to get some sort of Star Wars time travel.
Please no. Yeah, that planet did look very Zepho. Well, the chamber looks Zepho, yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. But that the stab I hated, and I really wish Hu Yang sounded more like David Tennant, like he did in the TV show that he does now.
Apparently, David voiced him.
Yeah. Doesn't sound anything like him. Sounded so much more like him in the TV show.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, overall, I think overall I'd still say it's a 6.5. I hated the stab, but overall 6.5.
Siler, you gotta elaborate on this.
Well, Banksy
is this just because all the shit she writes all over the walls?
100%.
The Banksy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to give this more time because I'm shocked right now that I'm not pissed.
Yay! Group hug.
I was sure by the time I was done with these 2 episodes, I'd be like, dude, I fucking told you. This show is shit. It's definitely got a heavy female empowerment theme, which is fine if you tell a good story.
I disagree.
Up to this point, no, it is fine. It is fine if you do it right. So no,
I disagree that it doesn't. I don't think it has a heavy female empowerment vibe. I think the characters just happen to be female. I don't think it's because female empowerment.
You think the females just happen to be female? Okay.
Female empowerment implies I can do this because I'm a girl, not I've been doing this. You've watched me kick ass doing this for 5 seasons, and I'm gonna keep kicking ass.
This is just wait until the middle of the season and then check back with me.
Okay, yeah, I will.
At least they were already established characters as well. Like it's not a new one.
Yeah,
fill the bill.
Yeah. We got a super chat in here from my dear Deborah Young. Debbie, I hope you're doing well. Episode 1 was a 9. Episode 2 was an 8.5, so she was higher on 1 than 2. I'm happy and sorry it wasn't what you wanted. My heart is happy. That was never my intention going into the show, was that they were going to give me what I wanted. So yeah, please don't apologize for that. I'm stoked you liked it. Stoked you love it. $4.99, you know what that means. We got to dance a little bit. I need to make that longer. I don't need to make that longer.
Well, that clip will make it longer. But
yeah,
that's what your wife said.
Fuck, that was good.
Damn.
That was quick and that was good.
He did his job.
That's also what my wife says.
That's also what she said.
I don't know why. I really don't.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
That was sharp.
Moving on. Matt Tweed.
Yeah, I'm right there with most everybody except John, the curve breaker. 6.5, 6 for the first, 6.5 for the second, a little bit more action, kind of seeing where the story's going. Set design and the droids are really good. I think they did a good job designing droids. I would rewatch this. Of course, it's new. I want them like you, X-Wing. I need to kind of think on it and dwell on it a little bit. But I would go back and watch this again and maybe catch a couple things I missed. But yep, I'm not disappointed. Didn't blow me away because I think probably 90% of what we've seen in all the trailers we saw in these first 2 episodes. So
and I like that part too because
they're holding back a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I really know that we didn't see is she's talking to Balin face to face, and we'll see that next episode, I bet.
Yeah, it can't be too far because in the trailer that map was still up and Ahsoka was there fighting.
Yeah, she's like a half step behind the trail. Now they know where to go to that Cetos planet or whatever. So
Balin's probably sitting there waiting for her.
Yeah, I think that'll be a lot of discussion between them in the next episode, I'm betting.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again when there is kind of a weird thing when you do a watch party where 34 people are staring at your face while you're watching a show and you're like, don't make a face, and you're thinking about it while you're watching the show. So I think I have to go back and watch it while I'm like naked laying in bed and just really give it the attention it deserves. I don't think much is gonna change.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I'll do the naked in bed watch party too. Don't worry, I'll stream that.
Save that for the finale. Yeah.
I'm going to do one too, but I don't have a zoom lens. So.
Well, you've done it already, buddy.
Well, how the hell are they going to see you?
We've been there, done that.
Wow.
Yeah, I just gotta say, I worry about as I sleep on it and ponder on it and possibly rewatch it tomorrow at work, if my score is just gonna degrade.
Likely.
The more I think about it, the more I'm gonna I don't want to be looking for a bunch of problems, but I mean, I have standards, and I'm sorry if that upsets people, but I want Star Wars a certain way.
That's disgusting, Star Wars dog, you xenophobic bigot. How dare you want Star Wars the way you want it?
Yeah, sounds kind of patriarchy-ish to me.
Disgusting.
This ain't Burger King.
We don't allow that kind of conversation here on my channel.
Sir, those are the Wendy's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, Wendy's sounds kind of good. I'm hungry. Anyway, so yeah, it was. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. We almost skipped over you. All right, give us a per episode rating, and then and close this out here.
Well, for the first episode, I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10. Second episode, it's gonna be 10 because of Chopper, because I love Chopper so much. He's my favorite droid. I love him since Rebels. You know, he's silly. He likes to give Hera a hard time.
Nice. Okay. All right, so you're a happy bean then. Okay, cool. Yep. Well, I mean, look, it was an hour and a half of Star Wars. This was basically a new movie that we came out and watched today. There's a long way to go. We have a shitload to talk about. There's a lot of speculation we're going to have to talk about. And then there's obviously going to be the Easter eggs and everything we have to go through for the shows as well. So plenty of stuff coming soon. Anybody got anything they want to plug before we peel out for the night?
Ahsoka.
Yeah, well,
you want to plug
Rosario Dawson.
I want to beat you to that.
You want to plug her?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Again, I'm sorry. I don't know why I like him.
Wasn't it so weird that Rosario looked totally normal in her getup, and then you put her next to Harrison Dula, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, Mary, what's her name? Winstead's tall, apparently.
That wasn't my issue.
No.
One looked like a Star Wars character, and then the other one looked like a cosplayer. It just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
It didn't work for me.
That's why she was a hologram most of the time.
Yeah. It didn't
and they
help,
did get the holograms right. By the way, that's one thing I will give praise for. They finally got holograms right because they fucked it up in so many different shows. They actually did holograms right in the show.
And I like that Morgan's holograms on her ship were different. I appreciated that.
I didn't like it.
That was almost Dathomirian, like magic type hologram.
I liked it.
Yeah, Dathomirian magic holocons. Oh, let's fucking make that shit happen now.
That's a thing now.
It's never fucking happened before, literally in the history of ever, but that's fine.
Fire the cannon. It's canon now.
He's not drinking beer. He's drinking Haterade.
Look, do you guys believe in the show?
I got water.
Do you believe in this show?
Do we believe in you? I think is the question you want to ask.
I do.
Do you believe in? Do you believe in me?
I do.
Well, play the
because until next time, you're gonna have to believe in me.
My time has come. You must continue your journey without me.
What are you? What? Master! You can't leave me.
You must believe.
Master!